bit to the body, and Diaz is just not able to mount a sustained attack because of punches like that.
Yeah, he can't. He just cannot get past that. Now, I've always said fighters do things for a reason and they don't do things for a reason. If David Diaz is not doing what he needs to do, there's a reason. And the reason is Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao has convinced him that he cannot walk in on him without severely being punished for it.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing David Diaz bounce around on his toes on the outside and not really fight to his character.
He actually landed a pretty good right hand there, but I don't think it had the kind of effect he expected it to have.
He's going to have to follow up on punches like that, and Manny's not letting him do it.
He can't. Manny's keeping him too busy. Keeping him too busy playing defense.
A beautiful swarm of punches, and that's what Diaz has run into, a swarm. Every time he tries to impose what he wants to do, Manny keeps him at bay with his fist. They're going to take a time and look.
Yeah, they got to look at that.
Vic doesn't like what he's watching, this dominance in the fight. You guys don't have a run for Diaz, do you?
No.
Oh, of course not. It's 5-zip for the Pac-Man.
Doctor said it's okay.
And the right hand, not just the jab, but Manila Ice, the right hook, it's found its mark tonight.
You know, Doug, obviously, I may look like I am, but I wasn't old enough to see Henry Armstrong, but I don't think it could have been that much different from this, seriously.
Hey, Henry Armstrong, a frenetic fighter, boundless energy, he could box a little bit. And Pacquiao's doing the kind of things that Henry Armstrong did.
Right.
Dump.
The closer you get, the more effective you'll be. You still got to throw shorter punches and then tight.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wait a minute, let that go now, right now. Let me get here. I got to stop this clip.
He's not his punches, he's just too fast.
Right. Here. Wait that back.
All right, let's take a look. Diaz actually did a little bit of work there. You see, he landed that short jab and then came across with a left hand and then another right. But
Pacquiao answers back, and when Pacquiao answers back, you're seeing here, it's a volley of punches.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything to stop that.
Round 7, the domination tonight by Manny Pacquiao. We'll see if the champion can turn it around. And I heard in the corner, Diaz, probably the most true statement, that said it's not the punches, it's the speed.
Huh. But you have to admire his willingness. They said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah, sure." Like you know, like it was a stupid question.
It also begs the question, if this fight was at when Pacquiao used to fight, would he be able to take the guy out? Is there a difference between fighting a guy that's a bigger guy like this and more difficult to take out?
I think it would be a mistake for Manny to try to blow out a guy like David Diaz. If he fought the way he used to fight, which was sort of coming right at his opponent with power punches and not utilizing lateral movement, I think Diaz would have had more of a chance to mount some kind of a counterattack.
It would have been an absolutely senseless way for Manny to fight because you're giving Diaz his only chance to be in the fight.
Yeah, he could run into a punch.
There's a body shot here from Diaz, and Manny answers.
And Diaz never stops trying.
No, he doesn't.
He'll land a single shot, and it's a solid shot. He just can't follow up with anything.
That's the one thing you have to admire about Diaz. I mean, it's got to be very discouraging. Every time he lands a good shot, he gets hit 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, but he refuses to be discouraged by that. So far, anyway.
Slower pace this round for Manny in the 7th round, and do remember, he slowed down a little bit in his last fight in the later rounds.
He was bound to slow down a little bit. I mean, he's really set a hell of a pace in this fight. See, the thing is, Diaz is not going to slow down. He doesn't have much to slow down from.
Right.
But no, seriously, he fights at the same pace every single round.
He's starting to land more punches in just like the final minute here of this round 7.
But it's not because he's doing anything differently. It's because Manny's a little bit slower.
Yeah, he is
having trouble
taking his foot off the gas pedal a little bit.
He's having a blinking problem, and that's never good. blood getting in the eye now, guys.
Still, I think he's having his best round of the fight.
I think so too.
That was Diaz's best round, and he still lost the round.
You're absolutely right.
Still lost it.
But under theory, if Manny's won the first 7 rounds, Diaz cannot win this fight, even if he won the last 5.
Well, there's always the old knockout.
That's what I'm saying on the cards, but yes, the knockout.
I agree with you on the cards. There's no way.
Oh, now there's blood coming from the left nostril.
Manny is backing Diaz off. Loading up with single power shots in this round. Interesting way to start off round 8. They're going into the late rounds. Less activity from Manny, more power in single shots.
He may sense that Diaz is starting to soften up a little bit. I didn't see it in round 7.
No, I was thinking that Diaz might be sensing that Manny is slowing down and that he might actually try to step it up a little bit. And maybe Manny is stifling that momentum.
He left landed.
You're right.
Diaz
Manny may have realized that.
Bit.
You know, let's nip this in the bud before this guy.
The enthusiasm in the bud. Yeah, curb your enthusiasm, Diaz. I'm still the man.
He may not be softened up, but he's certainly mushy.
Yeah.
Diaz going backwards in the protective mode now. Yeah, he's getting
He doesn't do much of that, man.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
He doesn't do much covering up, so you know it's having an effect.
Vision's a problem for David.
Yeah, the blood is now dripping into the eye, both eyes.
Yeah, but you know, when you're refereeing a fight, I think you have to take the history of the fighters into account.
Absolutely. That's part of your job.
Yeah, you got to know who's in there with you.
But Draculich is looking really close at the face of David Diaz.
Guys, Diaz is in a survival mode right now. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He does not want to go down, but he might get stopped.
He needs to do something. He's got, I mean, because Manny is just getting bolder and bolder. If Diaz is playing possum, he's doing a great job, but he's not. It's all Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of his arsenal. I really don't. I don't think there's any kind of guile or artifice in the way this guy fights. I mean,
no, he's an honest man. He's an honest fighter.
And he's giving you what he's got. I mean, this is it.
In other words, he's doing what he has to do right now. That's what he's backing up because he has to prevent from getting knocked down or knocked out. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he just wins. The heads came together there.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't. That was a big roundhouse that would have said good night, but it missed over the top of Diaz.
All right, here's Manny Pacquiao back to where he was in round 6. You see he hurts Diaz there with a right hook. And, you know, I think the thing that surprises me the most here, Doug, is how much effect Pacquiao's punches have had on the bigger man.
Beautiful body-head combination here with Diaz's back to the ropes.
Pouring that stuff in.
Well, they stopped it. Round 9 temporarily, but it'll be bloodied up here pretty soon. Manny coming out with bad intentions in round 9. He just does not want to give Diaz any breathing room, nor should he.
Alan, they have as much chance of stopping that cut as I do of holding back Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Diaz mounting a little desperation offense, and Manny holds up his arms like, okay.
Manny won't even give him, you know, his one little moment there.
No. And it was a little moment.
Weren't they both in white trunks?
Yeah, they're crimson now. Diaz's crimson trunk. We're in round 9. The champion is the bloodiest one in there.
That's not coming out in the dry cleaning, I fear.
No. Could be done. Look, club soda, that might help. Well, that's for wine.
Same color.
Same color.
Ooh, good left by Diaz. He snuck one in.
Snuck one in, and now he's got a little pumped up a little bit.
Manny didn't celebrate after that one.
No. Oh, good left hand from Pacquiao. That staggered Diaz, who comes forward now. Oh, left hand.
You know, we've referred to the Santa Cruz fight several times as evidence why Diaz is not out of this yet. He was never hurt like this against Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is a full level above Santa Cruz.
Absolutely.
A good, strong, young contender. Pacquiao is a truly elite fighter. There's a certain dynamicism to his punches. He has speed, power, and technique that Santa Cruz will never have. And
Right.
I hate to say it, Diaz will never have it.
No, Diaz is never going to be that kind of fighter. But I mean, the thing is, you know, we wondered whether Manny would be able to rise to the level, but he seems to be one of
There,
those.
down it goes with the left hand.
Fight is over.
Fight's over. Thank you.
Big left hand. It came from not too far away.
About 6 inches.
And you just hope Diaz isn't seriously hurt.
That's what I was just getting to, guys. I was getting worried about that because he's fought and taken so much damage, and your reputation can carry so far. He is still down. Diaz is still down. I mean, that was a devastatingly wicked punch. One of those inside ham bone jobs from about 6
I think they're
inches.
keeping him down. I think he could have gotten up. They're keeping him down.
I hope so.
He's all right.
He earned his money tonight.
Wow, look at the egg on that left eye.
That's where he just hit him.
What a performance, huh?
And with this,
The speed I saw in there tonight from Manny and Floyd's defense, but he'd have to engage him sooner or later.
Well, let's see the end of this one before we move on to the next one. Let's take a look at the punch that finished off David Diaz. The left hand that traveled about half a foot.
Diaz lunged right into it.
Yes, he did.
And when you see a guy fall face first,
Yeah.
you know he's neurologically, he scrambled. Oh, yeah. The body was limp.
Yeah.
It was limp before he hit the canvas.
He was certainly knocked out momentarily.
Oh, yeah. Like one of those turnbuckles to acknowledge his fans and say a little prayer. This is a huge win for Manny Pacquiao. He's made history with this win, Alan.
Let's go to Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we give the official time, a round of applause for a young man from Chicago with the heart of a lion, an Olympian and a world champion, David Diaz. Referee Vic Draculich calls a halt to this bout at 2 minutes, 24 seconds, round number 9. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of the Philippines, now a 4-time world champion and new WBC lightweight champion of the world, Manny